Colleagues, today's workshop is very important and timely. It is meant to give us the insight into the operations of parliamentary committees in observance of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda and the rules of procedure for the Parliament of Uganda. As you have been told already, this is intended to equip you with the necessary skills, tactics and information you need as leaders of these committees and regional whips to be able to produce timely and knowledgeable-based reports and recommendations based on the objectives contained in the third National Development Plan and the NRM Manifesto and Vision 2040. Honorable colleagues, we are mandated to monitor government programs to ensure that there is value for money and also help to lift many of our people's livelihoods so that we can improve the economy and improve the livelihoods of our people that we lead. I would like also to urge you to give priority to the promises NRM government made to the people of Uganda while carrying out our duty in the committees, like implementing the parish model. All of us now are looking at parish model as an engine that will help us to drive our economy to the middle income status. So I urge you, colleagues, to take advantage of those positions that you have so that we can now account to the public. This will practically connect the message of the President and NRM about wealth creation and transformation of our economy and our people. You are also key in mobilizing members of Parliament to attend plenary, especially our whips, and also to support government policy positions whenever they come up for debate on the floor of Parliament. Colleagues, sometimes our chairs behave differently. Our chairs behave differently. Sometimes you behave like opposition when it comes to government positions. I want to urge you, colleagues, that this time around we don't expect any member of our committee or a leader to behave differently. You have always been crying that we overspend on administrative costs. Now, do you want each policy analyst, maybe do you want every member of Parliament to have a policy analyst? You understand what I'm talking about? So there are some things that come without you preparing. So you should have the lenses of NRM so that can help us now to better perform and guide and of course help to put those people where they belong. So yesterday we did the noble job with your colleagues that we appointed as our commissioners, and we put them to where they belong. So colleagues, we need policy analysts ourselves, including you. So we shall be attaching a policy analyst to committees when you are deliberating. And we know these are very knowledgeable people, and we believe they will use these policy analysts. They are 6, but we know we got the best for you, and they will help us. We cannot add more administrative costs to our government, and we know most members of Parliament from our side are very knowledgeable. Doctors, we even have professors, we have Akiki, the Queen dancer, we have many knowledgeable people. Yes. Colleagues, we have to be careful. There is a culture of Parliament that has always been, that is, whenever we are in session, we spend a lot of time debating. Sometimes we may call them non-issues, but sometimes maybe they work for the opposition. So I feel we need now to change our strategy We want, when we are in Parliament, even the President talked about it, let us not waste a lot of time, what the President calls point of order, this and this. We spend a lot of time on those non-issues. We want, now, like I gave you the legislative agenda, remember the other time, we have not done anything as of now. We have not done anything on the legislative agenda, yet our people are waiting. Time is going. Now, since May to date, those are almost 3 months down the road. But we have not tackled anything concerning our legislative agenda. And that's the major reason why we are in these positions. So the President wrote me something which I felt you needed to, so that I can, let me read it for you. Said the Prime Minister of Uganda, I'm writing in connection with the legislative agenda from our side to the 11th Parliament. He talked about the culture of Parliament that is always in session is not correct. That keeping in session all the time is not correct. That I should advise my members of Parliament to spend more time in your constituencies, working up with our people who are still stuck in, you call it okukolera ekida kyonka, the way he talks about it. So that it take me, it can subsistence farming, so that we have to work with our people so that we can join the money economy with the chibaro and get out of poverty. Then the time in Parliament should be spent on handling real issues, strategic issues or matters brought up by the party, so that this business of losing members of Parliament should stop. You understand what he's talking about? That we spend a lot of time in Kampala, sometimes when we are not handling real issues, and we leave our members of public behind there unguided. By the time you go back, it is too late. When you calculate the time we spend in Kampala vis-a-vis what we have done, when actually the time is already wasted. The parliamentary agenda should not be to generate, the parliamentary agenda should not be to generate work to keep Parliament in session, but it should be in order to solve major problems of the country. He talked about our land, the amendment of the land of the Land Act. He says we should amend the land law so that the Bibanja owners can pay their usuru at sub-county in case the landlords or their agents are not available, because they have always, our Bibanja owners have lost land because the landlords sometimes hide themselves, and when they go to court they say you did not pay usuru. Then he talked about the money lenders who have taken advantage of our people's ignorance and taken over their property. They make you sign an agreement as if you have sold, and they have been taking our people's property cheaply. Are we together, members? Am I communicating? So lastly, he talked about the issue of environment. He said we are sitting on a time bomb. We are sitting on a time bomb. He says he has given us a paper in the cabinet. He wants us to protect our environment. He also implored on me and said he has moved across the world. Uganda is endured, and therefore we should protect the environment at whatever cost. Then lastly, he says, especially those who are dealing with road works, now this is our committee of infrastructure, that we should make these contractors accountable. We should make these contractors accountable. They should really give us value for money.